In this video, I'm talking about the themes in Fauvism, a French movement in the modernist 20th century period of art. I anticipate this video will be relatively short because the themes in Fauvism, I always said Fauvism, are pretty obvious. There's really, really bold use of color, bold brushwork, no local colors, so we're not even trying to adhere to like the reality of the situation. That's art, baby. Utilization of color theory, like you can see in this image right here of dance, probably Matisse's most famous and commercialized image, with the complementary red and green, and spatial ambiguity. That is, yeah, I would say seen in almost all of the artworks I've viewed from this Fauvist movement. So moving forward, okay, here are two artworks I wanted to give a little shout out to. We have first Durand Charing House Bridge in London. This, first of all, at a glance, look at both of these. The colors just really hit you over the head, and I am here for it. I love the color use in Fauvist art. And then over here, Bonheur, I'm not, The Joy of Life by Matisse. And this, I think, I love seeing in the background that painting that we saw on the last slide, Dance. This came before it, but obviously that was something he really enjoyed in this painting, so turned it into a couple versions of that same scene. So you could see really clearly these color use, this brushwork in Durand. So you can see almost like an influence of pointillism in the way the water is reflected in these brush strokes. There's that like staccato open space left, the dotted brush strokes making that reflection of the water. The really contrasting colors, no reality here. We want bright, bold, and happy. These are pretty uplifting. And that is not intentional. There's definitely a mood attached to Fauvist art in these bright colors, which perhaps is another theme in the artwork. All right, so my focus for this video is on Goldfish by Henri Matisse, 1912. I love this painting. One, like in the last paintings I just showed, the colors just make you so happy. I love the combination of pink and green. My whole home is filled with that combination. But part of that is on purpose. Matisse is using color theory to really, it draws the viewer in without them knowing that's what's happening to them. Is interesting to me as I teach this and look at this work with students who've not seen it before, perhaps. A lot are instantly attracted to it, and I think a lot of it has to do with that color theory that's embedded in it. So we have complementary colors of the blue and the orange, and those goldfish really draw your eye in with that deep hue, and there's the blue. And then we also have the green and red, like we've seen in some other paintings by Van Gogh and such as well. It's interesting to me too, just contextually, like choosing the goldfish to be the subject of the scene. It's said that it's because of a visit to Morocco by Matisse that he saw people gazing into goldfish bowls and really in a contemplative state. And I just find that to be really lovely. And pet fish are underrated. Makes me kind of want to get another one. So I think what I'm getting at, though, is that tranquility, the harmony, joy of life, this meditative, trying to like meditate on what is, I guess, a pastoral and harmonious way of being is definitely something that Matisse liked to capture in his artwork. So also you could see with the way that this table is angled, there is also that interesting like use of the space and the spatial ambiguity. The cylinder is interesting. You see the fish from the front in this view, but you also have like a tilted angle, so we're able to see the reflection of them in the surface of the water. So you know what it is, the cylinder, but the angle that you're viewing this table and this fishbowl is a little ambiguous, it's standing on something, but again, what is that angle that we're looking down at this painting from? So that's, I don't know, pretty cool. Again, with other Fauvist works of art, this brushwork is super loose. There's almost like a flatness to like the wallpaper design in the background. Look at this black space here, even the florals. There's not a lot of like variation in the color to give it a three-dimensional look. And I really particularly like the brushwork in the fishbowl itself. So, yeah, I think this is a painting that, one, I love and I need to get a print of, but two, it just really captures that movement and what it was all about in a really beautiful, harmonious way. So yeah, that's really it for the Fauvis themes. Check it out, grab a book, flip through, and be filled with joy by all of the colors. Thanks.